guys, welcome to Trying to Conceive cycle number 6. This one is going to be the same as my other ones, where I'm going to show you taking the test and the results, and the same thing as all my previous other 5 trying to conceive videos. But the only thing that's really exciting about this one is I am working with PREMOM on this video. So this video is sponsored by PREMOM, but that does not change my opinion or anything about it. You guys know how this goes. But I'm really excited to work with a brand that I have been using for years. Like, this is the brand that I used when I got pregnant with my first daughter, and the brand that I'm currently and already using. So when they reached out to me, I was more than happy to do this sponsorship with them. I am going to be showing you everything about the PREMOM app today. I'm sure most of you guys already know it. They are also working with Easy at Home. It's kind of the same brand, the Easy at Home strips, and then you upload them onto the PREMOM app. You guys know I've been using those strips for years. Like, they are my favorite ovulation and pregnancy test strips. But I'm going to be showing you every single test that I take. I'm going to be uploading it and taking a picture of it on the app, and it's going to tell us my exact result. It's going to be reading the test for us. It takes all the guessing work out of trying to read an ovulation strip, because they can be quite difficult. Unlike pregnancy tests, ovulation tests always have 2 lines. It's about the darkness of the test line, which gives you the result. So they can be quite difficult to read and to get an accurate reading, but the app will tell you exactly what it is, and it will then plot it on a chart, and you'll be able to see your entire fertile window, everything about your cycle. It's just amazing, and I'm going to show you exactly every single test that I take and the result that it gives me. So by taking a picture of the test and reading it for you, it makes the prediction of when your fertile window will be and the days that you should be having sex. It makes predicting your fertile window and ovulation date super easy, and it takes all the guesswork out of it. I have personally never used another app that takes pictures of the strips. This is the only one that I know of, and because of that, it makes it the most accurate one I've used. And as well as taking pictures of the test, you can also input your period, symptoms, your BBT. That's also another one. I am not a huge fan of tracking BBT. For me, I prefer ovulation test strips, but I know a lot of women still do BBT, so you can definitely still use this app for that, or you can do both. I, on this cycle, actually did track my BBT, which I'll show you. I inputted my symptoms. I'm going to show you everything that I did. This app is also great not only when you are trying to get pregnant, but also if you are trying to avoid pregnancy. So if you remember previously, I made a video about natural family planning, which basically you're still tracking for ovulation, and then instead of having sex during that time, you are abstaining from sex during that time. So you can still use this app and be using your ovulation test strips and BBT. It's going to show you when your fertile window is, and then you just avoid sex or to have protected sex during that time. So yes, it's great for trying to conceive or doing the exact opposite of that. PREMOM also has a 9-cycle money back guarantee program, where they will basically give you all of your money back for the BBT thermometers and PREMOM and Easy at Home strips after 9 consecutive months of trying to conceive. They also offer you a free fertility consultation after 6 months of trying to conceive, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if you're like me and are trying for 6 months, and if you're always stocking up on ovulation test strips and any of the PREMOM strips, they'll basically give you your money back of those after 9 cycles of trying to conceive. How amazing is that? Because trying to conceive products aren't always the cheapest, and each cycle that you're using them, it's basically kind of money being thrown away when you get a negative test. That's how it feels, because it didn't work and then you have to go and repurchase it again. So I think that's an amazing program that they offer. They also have an in-app community, which I have actually used and read through, and it's amazing to see other women just ask questions and share their thoughts, and have a whole community of trying to conceive women all together, where you can just talk, share like pictures of your test strips, and ask other women, do you see a line? Window, and you can see at the bottom you have sex, CM, symptoms, and HCG, as well as DPO and cycle day. And then the next tab is the test tab. This is from my previous cycle again, and the cycles before. I've been using this since about 2018 when I conceived my first daughter, so I love this app. I really do. It really helps narrow down when your peak is without you having to overthink things and be worried. But as you can see, it tells you every single test that you take and the number, so if it's low, high, or peak. And then if you go over, this is the PREMOM page. It tells you just a little bit of information about PREMOM itself, and then other tests, HEG tests, those are 2 negative ones from before, and PDG tests. So all there, you'll have all the pictures taken of any tests that you have taken. This is also my BBT table, so you can see I took that one, and I will be taking more this cycle as well. My predicted fertile window for this cycle. I'm very excited to get into it. Okay, so this is the community tab where people are posting pictures and questions, and yeah, just really great community where you can answer stuff and ask your own questions. And here, this is about their 9 cycle money back guarantee program. So these are all the things that PREMOM has to offer on their app itself. It's absolutely amazing. I have never used any other app that comes with this many things that are helpful for us. All right, and let's get into cycle number 6. Okay, so now you can see I'm starting to enter my fertile window. Although it was a low reading on that test, the number that PREMOM can pick up can see that the value actually did go up. So we are starting to enter the fertile window, and then I will show you the rest of the results. So here is my first high or positive reading this cycle. PREMOM makes it very obvious where it is, as it highlights it in a light purple for you. And as you go through your fertile window, PREMOM will actually adjust your graph to be exact to where it is. So now, because my next test that I did came back lower than the high positive that I just got, it now went back and made that one a peak, as I never got another peak. So that's what I mean by is that it'll adjust your fertile window depending on your next tests, which is absolutely amazing, and make sure that your next cycle is even more accurate. And now you can see my line dropping back down as I get no more high or peak tests, and my fertile window is now beginning to be over.
Okay.
Like I think there's a line there for the first time in 6 months, and I think I'm not seeing things. 9 DPO, so it's still early. I can't take another test because it'll just come back faint, but I do think there's a line. Ooh. I do think there's a line there. Okay, so we've got to the end of the video, and I want to thank you if you've made it this far, but I wanted to do a recap of this cycle now that it is finished. So as you can see, cycle day 1 through 6 was my period, and then cycle day 9 through 14 was my fertile window. Those light purple areas are where you are slightly fertile, and then that dark purple is your peak fertility days. That blue line that goes across the middle, that is my BBT values that are plotted on the chart, and you can see the values on the right-hand side of the screen. And then that orange line is the values from my ovulation test strips, which PREMOM calculates when you take a picture. And those values are on the left-hand side of the screen. And then you can see the graph, how it goes up and down, reaches a peak, and then drops back down afterwards. And then under cycle day, you can see it says DPO. So once you get that peak, the next day will be your ovulation day, and the day after that would be 1 DPO. Mine shows DPO 1 through 10. Under that, you've got sex, so you can put in whether you had unprotected or protected sex, and you can see from the little icons what it means. And then your cervical mucus, as well as symptoms and HCG. So once you reach the end of your cycle and you get to about 10 DPO, that's when you can take your pregnancy tests and then take a picture of them as well, and they'll mark it in there whether it's negative or positive. But yeah, I really love this app, and I hope it makes it easier for some of you guys as well. And the link to download it will be in the description box below.